I'm Teresa Whittington, and I'm the co-founder of Teresa's House. In about 1990, I had an opportunity to start doing long-term care, and I just fell in love with it. So I've been doing that ever since. At Teresa's House, McKinney and Craig Ranch, we have 3 homes in this particular neighborhood, and 2 of them are specially just for assisted living residents, and then we have 1 that will specialize in memory care. In assisted living, I feel that it is an area where residents should thrive, and so that's what we want when our resident comes to live with us. We want to make it a happy experience for them. We want them to be able to do things that maybe they weren't doing anymore. We will have therapies come in and work with them so that they can, again, continue to start walking and doing things for themselves. I think being independent as much as possible, actually knowing their residents' physical, social, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, getting to know the whole person and providing the activities that would help stimulate them, help them grow. One of the most important things about Teresa's House is that we have nurses on staff 24/7. Sometimes you have to pick up on very subtle things that's different from day to day to see that something's going on with them. And so it's important to have the nurse there to be able to assess what's going on, to know that resident, to know the small changes that they are able to see. It's important that somebody that's giving the medications knows what they're for and what to look for. So we will have either certified medication aides or nurses passing medications and giving them to the residents. With dementia, the brain is actually dying. And so anything that we can do to help the neurons communicate with each other is beneficial for the resident, for them to keep having those connections and to keep having different new experiences. So that continues to help their brain function. And so it's important for the staff to understand that they might have been able to do it this morning, but tonight they can't. And so you have to help them now, and to understand why that's happening. Anything that we can do to help keeping their brain functioning as long as possible is very important. It's a hard thing to have happen, but that's something that all the families struggle with. There comes a point to where it's better for the resident themselves to be taken care of and for the family to take care of themselves. And then when they visit, it's a good time. It's not them struggling to take care of you 24/7. It's when they come together, they're able to have good moments of joy. In a smaller home, we're able to get to know the residents very well. What activities do they like to do? And so we can cater those versus just having, okay, today we're gonna have bingo. Well, not everybody wants to play bingo. We will have things that are important. We'll have exercise daily, and we'll have maybe some cooking things that we have daily. We'll have different arts and crafts. We'll have going on a tour today, or we'll have lots of different abilities. Because we're smaller, we can do more with what the individual really wants to do. I joined an organization called SAGE, which is the Society for the Advancement of Gerontological Environments, and I learned a lot from the architects and designers on how the environment supports the person and what you need to look for, from everything from coloring, from lighting, from the floor that you put down, from the intersections of those 2 things, and trip hazards. That's a big issue for me, is having an environment that's a smaller scale, that allows the residents to stay as independent as possible. And so they can walk from their bedroom down to the dining room or down to the kitchen area and still maintain their independence. I think dignity is a big issue. And in long-term care, sometimes that dignity gets lost. And I wanted an environment that would help support a resident's dignity and help them be as independent as possible, and to have a place to where they felt like they were at home. Those are things that are important to me, and I know that are important to them.